What's happening? It's your man OG Bo Beats TV. Coming to you today with another special video. What's good? What's happening, YouTube? It's your man OG Bo Beats. And I'm back today with a little something different. I'm about to change it up completely, right? So hopefully you into what I'm saying and it makes sense. We're going to talk about a little something different. I know you've seen the thumbnail, so hopefully you clicked on this and you're kind of curious and, maybe this will help you out in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So as you know, I usually talk about shoes, which is one of my favorite hobbies. It's something that I love. But, all right, I want to start doing a little something else, and we're just going to see how it goes. But I want to start talking to you all about something else that I'm very passionate about, which is money, right? That almighty dollar. Not just money, but, trying to create generational wealth, trying to create some income, some extra income. And that's kind of how it started out with me, right? So I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory of what I'm trying to do. I'm going to talk about a few things, and then I'm going to try to start this off kind of slow in hopes that maybe this helps somebody out. So I grew up as a kid, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't know anything about finances. It just wasn't something that was being talked about in my household, in my neighborhood, around amongst my friends. Even at school, it may have been talked about, but I didn't understand it because it wasn't a part of my everyday language and learning outside of school. So that was just one of those things. And I think today, a lot of kids in certain neighborhoods and certain areas are not learning the things that they need to learn to actually, become successful and that are easily accessible for them to do to help them, financially. Right? I'm going to leave that at that. I'm not going to get into a major explanation of that. So what I want to do today is talk to you about investing. Very simple, right? I'm going to give you a little background. I am not a master investor. This is not financial advice. I'm not going to tell you to buy anything or to do anything in the stock market. I'm just going to give you some tips, some ideas, and I'm going to give you a little bit of what I do and my understanding of it. If it makes sense to you, please like the video. If not, I tried. So before I get into it, please make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to the video, like the video, share the video. It's going to be good. It's going to be quick. I'm not going to waste a lot of time. So I want to talk to you all about investing. So I'm going to start this fairly from recent. 2019, I got into crypto. I know that's a little late for a lot of you, trust me. I had heard about it for years, just never got into it. Same thing with investing, stocks. I actually had different accounts back then, but I just wasn't using them as much or at all, really, apps and stuff like that to start investing. And I really didn't understand it, to be honest with you. It's very simple. Pandemic happened in 2019. A lot of people were sitting around at home. And then basically what I saw happen was an explosion in Robinhood. All right, Robinhood is an app where you can invest into stocks and now into crypto, and that's just really the bottom line. So in 2019, however, actually 2020, once the pandemic was in full swing, the market crashed, right? So at the time, I saw that as a bad thing. I had money invested in crypto at the time. I had a little bit of Ethereum. I had some Bitcoin when it was real low. I had some XRP. I had Litecoin. I had a little bit of everything because one of my friends had put me on to crypto in the previous year. So everything came crashing down. And at the time, I only saw that as a negative because I saw myself losing money. Today, however, not to say that I want a market crash, but I know now that certain things are actually opportunities. So all I want to do in this video is to, one, explain the benefit of opportunity for some of you. And then I want to give you a quick, brief look at Robinhood, the app, and explain a little bit of it. And then we'll go from there. So stocks is all about buying low and selling high, right? Remember that. Stocks, stock market, even crypto is all about buying low and selling high. okay? One thing I'm gonna tell you out the gate is you should always do your due diligence, do your own research before you invest any money into any stock or any crypto, right? And then also only invest money in stock and crypto that you can afford to lose. Don't invest your rent money, your bill money, money for groceries, money for gas. I'm not telling you to do that, all right? If you have some extra money and you want to give it a shot, right? I want you to do some research on some stocks, take your time, and then slowly get into it. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Robinhood, the app, because it's probably the most popular app. I know at one point this year, I think it was, or maybe even last year, everybody was on Robinhood. It was trending. I'm not even on Facebook, but it was everywhere on Facebook. Everybody was giving out stock tips. And I think that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because now people are starting to talk about investing and building wealth and things of that nature. It's a bad thing because I'm sure a lot of people lost a lot of money thinking that it was more of a get-rich-quick scheme and was trying to put money in everything, and they wasn't doing their due diligence to really study and understand what they were investing in. Another quick tip is that I like to give out is invest in stuff that you already are into. I'm gonna give you a quick example. Nike, right? I have some investments in Nike. I love Nike brand, as you know, from my sneaker reviews. So yes, I've invested in the company of Nike. Like I said, I've invested in crypto. That's one you gotta really do some research on and understand, but it's a lot of money in crypto if you play the cards right and if you know what you're doing. Example, when I started investing in Bitcoin, one Bitcoin was between $10,000 and $7,000. It fluctuated. In 2020, or in March 2020, when the stock market dropped, the price of Bitcoin was almost to $3,000, right? It was in the 4,000, it was almost at 3,000. Had I been thinking smart at the time, knowing that almost everything that goes down will come back up, I would have put a lot of more money in crypto. So now today, as we speak right now, one Bitcoin is probably, it's been fluctuating the last couple of weeks between 62 to 60, what was the high? $68,000 for one, when it was just $3,000 or $4,000 a year and a half ago. Right? So I do have a little bit of money in Bitcoin, not as much as I wish I had of, so it's a lesson learned. But anyway, stocks. What are stocks? So stocks are pieces of a company, right, that make up certain companies. So you can own in pieces of stock if you own a piece of that company. That's basically what it is. You know, if you spend a lot of money being a consumer for that company and you like the company, I would recommend you investing in that company once you do your research. Generally speaking, a lot of stocks go up over time, all right? Generally speaking, if you put money in stocks, in the right stocks, you will garner a higher interest over time than you would just having it in a savings account. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just telling you what I see and what I know to be true from my perspective. All right, so Robinhood, all right, if you don't have it, if you're interested, right, you obviously go download the app. Matter of fact, right, I know this is gonna sound cliche. I'm gonna put my link down below so you can use my link to download the Robinhood app and get a free stock, right? That's all I'm gonna say. If you wanna use the link, use it. If not, just download it. But you can get a free stock if you use my link, all right? So basically, I'm gonna explain something, right? Hopefully this looks right when I talk about it. So when you're on the app, you downloaded the app, you're looking at a stock. I'm gonna pick this stock, AMD. All right, I'm not gonna really talk about what the stock is because that's not important right now. I'm gonna just show you the interface of Robinhood. So one of the first things you're gonna notice is the ticker symbol, okay? This is gonna be at the top right-hand corner or left-hand corner of your screen, and it's basically the symbol for whatever that company is. So ticker symbols usually are 3 to 4 letters, and it's going to be generally an abbreviation or something that represents that company. So when you're searching for that company, you can type in the full name, but if you know the ticker symbol, that's what you could also use. So just note that if you didn't know what that is, that's just a representation of the company. All right, moving on. you're going to see a price. All right. So when you see that price under that ticker symbol, what that is basically the price of the stock, which is the market value, the current price of the stock. The stock market is open from 9:30 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon Eastern time. Okay. So once the stock market opens, that price is live and it can go up, it can go down, it can stay the same. And that's what you'll have to pay if you want to invest in that stock. Okay. That's pretty simple. Under that, you're going to see the chart. Okay. In a nutshell, it's just showing the price on a chart. So you can see how it moves up and down visually versus just looking at the price. Also, what you'll see under that is you're going to see how the price has fared over a certain amount of time. So you're going to see 1 day for the 1D. You're going to see 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, and 5 years. So you can go back, if that stock has been around for 5 years, you can go back 5 years and see what the price of that stock is. And you can actually see how much money that stock has either made or lost in 5 years. So that's a great thing for your research. Okay. And then under that, what you're going to see is the stats of the stock. So the stats are basically just the numbers. So you can kind of see what's going on and how the stock has been doing, just like with the charts. So in the stats, one of the first things you're going to see is open. All open is the price that stock for that day opened up. So if the price was 146 and some change, when the market opened at 9:30, that's what that is. All right, then you're going to see the high for the day. So for that same day, if the stock opened at this price, but then it went up, but it never got any higher than that, that's the high. Same thing with the low. That's just basically how low the stock dropped for that day. Then you have the 52-week high and the 52-week low. So you know it's 52 weeks in a year. So that's basically in the last 52 weeks from that day, how high has the stock went, how low has the stock went. So you can tell if a stock was bought at, started off at $2 and now it's $30. The 52-week low was $2. And if had you bought it at $2 and held on to it, right, you could have been up a lot of money. All right, then you have things like volume. Volume is basically how much movement the stock has in one day, how many people are trading, buying or selling the stock in one day. Average volume is just the same thing. It's just the average of that number. The market cap is basically how much that company is worth total, right? So that's going to tell you a big number usually. You're going to see millions and billions. In some cases, you'll see trillions. Like in companies like Tesla and things of that nature. That's how much the company is actually worth. Okay, and then you got PE ratio and then dividend yield, but we're not going to talk about that quite yet. I just want you to get the basics. All right, so then moving on the Robinhood app, you'll also see news. This is a great feature, the news, because it'll tell you if it's a story that's going on with that stock as of today, yesterday, or whatever the case may be. The reason that this is so important is because stock prices and the stock market itself generally change because of the news, whether good news, bad news, or anything in between. That could determine what that stock is going to do and also what the plans are for that company. All right, and then you have the analyst rating. So all this is basically the opinions of a certain amount of people that say whether you should buy the stock, you should hold the stock, or you should sell the stock. All right, buy the stock, hold the stock, sell the stock. Right, I'm gonna give you another tip. Generally speaking, right, stocks are meant to be long-term investments if you really want to make money. Okay, I will do a video talking about day trades and swing trades, but for now, I want you to put this in your brain that when you buy a stock, you plan on holding that stock for a long period of time. Okay, well, what's a long-term investment? To me, it's past 3 years, right? 3 to 5, and then so on and so forth. All right. So it's not necessarily meant for you to just buy a stock and then sell it within the next day or week or month. But if you choose to do so, that's up to you. Your risk, your reward. Okay. So that's pretty much it for now. I just wanted to talk about the main interface of Robinhood for beginners, give you a little bit of information, let you know what's going on. Me personally, I do have the Robinhood app. I also have the Webull app. I also have TD Ameritrade. I also have a crypto.com for my cryptocurrencies. And I also have, what else do I have? I have a trust wallet also for my cryptocurrencies. And I also have crypto DeFi wallet that I use to stake some coins in. And all of that stuff, if you don't understand, just continue to watch and I'm going to go through all of that for you the best way I know how. Hopefully you can understand it. But that's it. I'm going to keep this video short, sweet, and simple. I hope that somebody watches this video and learns something for the first time. If you did, please leave a comment down below. Once again, this is not financial advice. This video is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm OG Bo Beats. I review sneakers. And now I'm talking about the stock market, okay? So I hope you learned something today. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, like the video, share the video, leave a comment. You know I reply to all comments. Hey, and I'm out. Have a blessed day. Peace.